Forced himself not to look in the mirror until after the whole haircut was done. So let's get his reaction.
Oh shit. It's Apollo. Apollo, yeah, that mother too cold.
What is going on YouTube? It's your boy Mac Give the Hands back to you with another video. Let's go ahead and kick this haircut tutorial off. This is going to be a dope transformation. This client in particular, my boy Justin Martilini, he has never ever had short hair. He's always had long curls, never had an edge up in the front, never had a real line up. This is our first time cutting his hair down. He is 22 years old, I believe. This is a number 8 guard. I decided to go with the highest guard that I had. I could have did scissors, but I felt like cutting it with a guard would have left it a little bit more, even. This is something that I'm able to do better than cutting with shears, knocking the hair down evenly. Right here, I sprayed some hair tonic, and that's just to clean the scalp, clean the hair, get have that hair laid down, brushing it down with the blow dryer. And as you can tell, this right here to me is a perfect length. The cut that he showed me was basically a textured top, and then a low fade. Right here is what I'm pointing out. His haircut was disconnected. He had an undercut with the curls on top for the longest time. With the 8 on top of his head, I'm able to take the razor and just carefully blend that into the sides because I don't want it to be disconnected anymore. We're not gonna do, we used to do like a mix or high fade because he had the undercut, but we are gonna bring the fade a little bit lower. But right here, I'm just blending the sides in. You wanna be very careful when you're doing this technique that you don't put a bald spot in the client's head, because honestly, I'll be honest, man, it's happened to me before. Recently, to be honest with you too, if I could be, transparent. So just be very careful whenever you're doing this. Add some water to the hair, that way it can glide smoothly with the blade. And just guide that comb, feed that hair into that blade, and just lightly tap at it. And we're not gonna do it completely all the way, blend it in, but I'll come back and use my thinning shears just to kind of soften up that shelf just a little bit more. But it's crazy, man. 22 years old, never had a lineup. That's crazy. That's crazy. So right here, I'm creating my first guideline using my rose gold Fabulous FX trimmers, the skeleton joints. Man, if you ain't got these trimmers, guys, y'all are sleeping. These things are some major hitters.
Thank you, Apollo. Yeah.
We're keeping that first guideline low. I just think this transformation was much needed in this haircut. He's been doing stuff differently with his life, so I just feel like change is good. If y'all are interested in getting y'all's bodies right, getting on a meal plan, exercise plan, please hit my boy up, Justin Martilini. He has a YouTube channel. Check out his work. This dude is crazy when it comes to working out, and he's actually training right now to become pro. So if y'all are interested in any kind of meal plans, any kind of workout plans, hit him up. The link will be in the description below. I'll link his YouTube channel along with his Instagram. After I did that first guideline, guys, I started with the lever all the way open, no guard, and now you'll see my next panel that I'm gonna blend out. I went ahead and I believe I closed my lever all the way to start removing that bottom line. You saw I put the shaver on there, so you may find yourself coming back with the trimmer or the shaver to take out with whatever line you put in with, right? If you put that line in with the trimmer or the shaver, you may have to come back and use that tool to take it out. Once you put that line in with, you're gonna remove it with the same tool. But I have my clipper pretty short whenever it comes to the blade, close enough to where I can scoop that line out after using the shaver. Plus, I don't use the shaver to put a hard line in there. I kind of scoop right when I get to that top peak, that top line. All right, this is a 1 all the way open. I'm using my cordless seniors right in this video. I have that Tune 45 power clip on there. That way I just lay it down on my Tune 45 power mat whenever I'm not cutting and it's charging. Everyone's always asking, what is that thing on the bottom of my clipper? It is a power clip. It charges my clipper wirelessly without plugging it in. But first you need to purchase the Tune 45 power mat or the the insert modules. Basically, if you don't want to buy the whole mat, you can just get the inserts, and you can, you know, charge one clipper if you want to, depending on what clipper you have. After I do the one open, guys, I've said in my previous videos, I like to jump to the 2 guard open because I feel like it still keeps my blend lower. If I were to jump from a 1.5 guard from the 1 guard, I feel like there's no in between, right? So I like to do 2 guard, come back down to my 1.5 guard as shown. And now you'll start to see whatever the 2 left behind, that 1.5 is gonna blend right out. And our blend is coming together. Again, I don't wanna create a high fade. I wanna keep my blend lower, but I'm still stretching it. You saw where I put my first guideline. I'm not gonna go to where it's dark at the ridge of his head. I'm just taking that 1 guard open and blending, stacking basically, whatever that 1.5 left behind. If y'all are not familiar with stacking blends and what it means, I did do a video on how to stack your blends and what it means. So it should be like a few videos down. This is me just going back and cross-checking my work. I feel like there's some dark areas. Now y'all may not see what I see, but if you develop that eye, guys, you know, people always try to ask me or try to tell me that, you know, I want to cut as good as you, and honestly, I want you to cut better than me. I'm still learning. I'm always a student. I'm always wanting to learn something different techniques. I mean, I'm cutting in a barbershop full of goats. I mean, I'm always picking and choosing, and if I'm not cutting hair, there are times where I go over to the next barber and stand there and watch them cut. And I'll just put, you know, whatever I learned from them into my system. Right here, guys, this is the 1/2 guard lever all the way open. I start it in the middle and then close it as needed, and you'll see whatever the 1 left behind, the 1/2 guard is gonna clean up. Look how that blend is staying low. To me, this is a low fade. Yes, you start to see low, medium, and dark contrast, but to me, that's a stretched low blend. You saw where I put my first guideline. You saw how I gave myself at least a 1/2 inch to inch per guideline to blend. I mean, in my opinion, this is a low fade. To y'all may say it's a mid fade because of the stretch on it, but I mean, look how low that skin is. I just don't like a compressed blend. Plus, before he came into the shop, you can tell that his hair was, you know, pretty much cut about probably a week and a half ago. So there's really not enough bulk to blend into. So I just, you know, wanted to keep that a little bit darker up top. That way, next time he comes in, that area will be a little bit darker and more hair versus just, you know, doing a high fade. So I'm gonna let y'all listen to the beat on this one. If y'all are interested in any of my beats, guys, on this channel, it helps out a lot. Link is in the description. Shout out to my boy, it's Apollo Beats. This is something he does on the side, guys. It's not a full-time thing, but if you can get it to his full-time grind, blessings all the way. If y'all are interested in beats, hit the link below. Enjoy.
Thank you, Apollo. Yeah. It's Apollo.
And oh yeah, make sure you stay tuned to the end of this video, guys. I got his reaction. He did not look in the mirror the whole time, the whole haircut. So we saved his reaction for last. Make sure you stay tuned and check that out.
Thank you, Apollo. Yeah.
Houston, we have a problem.
Get that mother too cold. Thank you, Apollo. Yeah. It's Apollo. Apollo, yeah, that mother too cold. Thank you, Apollo. Yeah.
All right, now that we blended the left side of his head, there here I already had a line put in there, but I'm just gonna touch it up and put my twist onto it. I just wanted to stretch it just a little bit further, add like that thick to medium to skinny point. Right here, guys, is it's already short enough, but I wanted to point cut the tips to add some texture, and then you'll see I'll come through and slice the hair, going a diagonal cut to the middle. This is just adding extra texture to the top whenever I apply that 245 powder. And then right here I'm using that blade, same technique as I did on the sides, to add more texture to the top as well and have that hair laying down. Me personally and him, we thought we were gonna have a process of the top because it was his curls, he had them so long, but after I threw the 8 on top and added that hair tonic, everything started laying down, and
Thank you, Apollo. Yeah.
it just made my job a lot easier. As you can tell, man, I'm hitting that line up. Woo, that thing crispy. I'm about to hit his eyebrows up, put a line through it. This is a crazy transformation, guys. Never had a real lineup, never cut his curls off, never had a short haircut. I mean, man, this is a dope transformation. Appreciate you, bro, for letting me, trusting me with your haircut. Because he was gonna go to another barber, but because I was so booked, but he just knew that, hey, your boy was gonna come in clutch. There's some barbers that would have said, man, I don't think your hair can do this. I don't think I can do this cut, or your hair's too long. Like, there's always excuses that barbers will dish out, and that's not, like, that was me. I used to do that a lot. Like, if I felt like I didn't, was confident in a certain haircut, I would try to get out of it. I'm going to the restroom. I got lunch break. I think we've all been there, but I felt confident. He showed me a picture, and I've obviously been cutting his hair for a while, but I was like, man, we're gonna cut the curls off. Let's do it. And so right here, I'm applying that 245 powder, and that's gonna add that nice dry texture, choppy look up top that he wanted. That PC look. Then I'll come back with some royal wax. I believe indestructible clay rather, and it just dope style, dope cut. Right here, indestructible clay. A little goes a long way. You know that rhymed. Okay. Man, I'm having fun with this cut, y'all. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this haircut tutorial. I enjoyed doing this, and thank you for trusting me with this haircut, Justin, bruh. I know you're gonna watch this, and again, make sure you subscribe to his channel, and let's get this channel to 100K, man. This is the finished product. I'm gonna do a 360 turn, and you're gonna get his reaction at the end, so stay tuned. And as always, Team Gifted, stay gifted. So you never had an actual edge up, never had a real real lineup. You've always rocked the natural curl look, never had the lineup in the front, right?
Never in my life.
And how old are you?
22.
22, never had a lineup. So his first short haircut, because you've been rocking curls for like the longest time as well. And this is what we came up with, man. Show me a picture. And I think we executed it very well. Got the part on the side, line in the eyebrow. Kept the fade pretty low, and you saw in the beginning his hair was pretty much disconnected from the top. So whenever I did the razor on the sides, that was just a technique to blend it into the sides, not cut too much off. And now it looks like everything belongs together, nothing's disconnected. We did a number 8 on top, low fade on the sides, skin fade. So I hope y'all enjoy this haircut tutorial. Make sure you subscribe, like, share, comment. Let's get this channel to 100K. You have a YouTube channel as well, right?
I do.
You do? What's the name of your YouTube channel?
It's just Justin Martilini. It's my first last name. I do like fitness videos, stuff like that. Not as cool as Matt on YouTube, but I do have like 20K. So.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. You want to get your body right, man. You make sure you look him up on YouTube.
I got you.
Follow him on Instagram. This man's a beast. He's actually on his way right now to get pro. So
Yes, sir.
we're gonna see the reaction. He forced himself not to look in the mirror.
Check
So
it.
after the whole haircut was done, so let's get his reaction.
Yeah, I actually really
Like it?
look like it's different. That's fine. Yeah, you killed it. You did like better than I expected. You know what I mean? Like I expected it to be like a process, but it's pretty much already exactly how I want it to be. And yeah, bro. I feel like a grown man now.
Yeah, I'm glad you like it, bro. Thanks for coming in and trust me with this haircut.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like, I was gonna do this for like another barber maybe, but like I only wanted Matt to do it because I just trust Matt. He's mad consistent and everything. So I knew like someone would probably like he was trying to tell me like another barber would probably be like, oh, with your hairstyle and texture and everything, you know, they try to like dodge it.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like a challenge. So
Because I used to be that barber. If I see a long hair come in, I'm like, oh, I'm going to the restroom, I'm going to lunch. Because I didn't feel comfortable doing it, and I didn't want to mess it up. But
Yeah.
I felt confident in this haircut that you showed me, and you saw in the beginning he had crazy curls. So I'm glad you like a new cut, man. You look
happy with it for sure.
bad. How you doing?